Hi friends, David here from Learn Stage Audio and Above AVL. And in this video, we're going to put together a basic PA system with a passive speaker, amplifier, mixer, microphone, show you how the pieces go together, give you some really great tips and tricks to make sure everything works right the first time and you don't have any problems. Let's dive in. Okay, so when you're getting started with a speaker system, whether you're, adding or changing something, maybe in a venue or a church, or whether you have a pile of gear and you're trying to hook it up for the first time, we're going to give you the answers you need to get that done in this video. So out on this table, I've got all my stuff laid out. I've got all the things I need to put together a pretty basic PA system. I've got my mixer, I've got my microphone, I've got some different cables that we'll talk about. I've got a passive speaker. This is a Martin X8, really good bang for the buck. And I've got an amplifier, a power amplifier. All of these things working together to do what we need. So basic hookup is I'm going to start the microphone end and we're going to go to the speaker end. And at the end, we're going to have this thing working and making noise. So first things first, we are going to take our microphone and we are going to hook it into a microphone input on our mixer. Okay, so this is a really basic mixer. And we're just going to go grab a cable with our Above AVL cable ties, the best cable ties you've ever used. Be sure to check those out. They really will make your life easier. Plug one of those into the mixer, and then we'll go ahead and plug the other end into the microphone. Nice and easy. Okay, done. All right, perfecto. Now, next thing we're going to do is we are going to go ahead and plug in the mixer to the amplifier. Okay, so this is where, depending on your setup, a lot of more basic setups have a powered speaker that has the amplifier built in. It's essentially the same process. It's just that when the amplifier is built into the speaker, these two are one. Okay, so what that looks like is, in this case, I have a mixer that has only quarter-inch main outputs. Typically, these are going to be XLR, but sometimes they're going to be quarter-inch. And so I need an adapter to get into the back of my power amplifier. I've got a couple really key things here. Is you need to use the main outputs, the main left, right, or a mix output, if that's what they're labeled on your mixer, to go to your amplifier. This ensures that you're operating at line level, at the correct level that the amplifier or the powered speaker on the back of it is looking for. So not the headphone jack, okay? That's not going to be at the right level, okay? But the main outs in this case. There are also a secondary out, a control room out on this mixer. Those would work, as well as a effects send or an aux send or a mix, and that would technically also work, okay? Now we have left and right. We're just going to choose one because we've got a single speaker here today. So grab our adapter, plug it in, and pop it into our amplifier. Okay, I'm choosing channel A for left. That's always a good idea. Okay, we'll plug that in. Perfecto. And so now we've got these three hooked up. Now we need to go ahead and get our speaker hooked up. Okay, so from an amplifier to a speaker, we use a speaker cable, which is a thicker, it's basically a power cable for the speaker. Okay, a lot of speakers use speak-ons, which is a really nice twist and connect, but you may also have a quarter-inch, in which case you want to make sure you have a thicker speaker cable and not a thinner instrument cable. Okay, so I'm going to my channel A output on the mixer. Now take the other end and pop it in to the back of the speaker. So we've got a couple speaker connections right back here. We're going to choose one of them. Typically does not matter. And now we're plugged in. Okay, so now we've got everything hooked up and ready to work. So how do we get some sound? How do we get things happening? First thing is I'm going to make sure my microphone is well behind my speaker so that we're not going to get instantaneous feedback when we turn everything on, that we're in a small space. So we might get a little, and then we're going to turn on our amplifier. Our mixer's already on, okay? Most amplifiers going to take a couple seconds to boot up. Very normal. All right, and now we're going to start making noise. So I'm going to ensure that on my amplifier, The volume is up. I'm just going to turn it up just a little bit in this case, because again, we're in a small studio. All right. And so then the next steps to getting a microphone working are a couple things. It's going to be the same thing if you're doing some music playback off of a device. We're going to turn up the gain, which is right here in this case. We're going to turn up the volume here. And then we're going to turn up the main volume. And I don't know if you can hear that. You probably can, but we got sound coming out of the speaker. We're behind it, so it sounds loud and booming, but that's it. All right. So those are the basics to getting some sound coming out of a PA system. Now, as I mentioned, if you have a powered speaker, you're just going to come out of your output of your console, whether quarter inch or XLR, and bring it into your speaker. You may need an adapter to XLR. It'll go into the back of the speaker, okay? And then you'll be good to go. You'll have a volume knob. It'll be the same as coming into the back of the amplifier. You just wouldn't have a speaker cable to the speaker in that case. But in this case, with a passive speaker, you need an amplifier in the middle, power up that speaker, and you'll be good to go. I hope you learned something new today. If you did, especially if you need audio equipment, head over to aboveavl.com. We love to help people find the best fit for their needs in audio, video, and lighting equipment. And if that sounds good to you, then go ahead, add some stuff to your cart, request a quote, or just fill out our contact page. We love to help people find what they need and get it in their hands. Thank you so much for watching, and have a great day.